The King and Queen of Bhutan are one of the most beautiful royal couples in the world who are ruling their kingdom with honor and pride. They may come across as ordinary rulers, but the story of their love is not in the least bit ordinary. It's a real-life fairy tale, as enchanting as the magical country it took place in. People in this country value ancient customs, but the King of Bhutan, Jigme Khizar, broke the centuries-old traditions for his beloved wife. What is the story of their love? What are the traditions that Jigme broke for her? Watch the full video to find out. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to get notified as I upload a new video. Let's go on. The Kingdom of Bhutan is a small country located at the southern end of the eastern Himalaya. It is a mountainous country that is known as the Land of the Thunder Dragon. It has a population of about 790,000 people and is also one of the most closed countries in the world. Stone tools, weapons, elephants, and remnants of large stone structures provide evidence that Bhutan was inhabited as early as 2000 BC, although there are no existing records from that time. Although its economy is underdeveloped, Bhutan has been ranked one of the happiest countries in the world due to the fulfilling and non-materialistic lives the locals live. And their people are very conservative and appreciate the customs of their country. Bhutan is a constitutional monarchy with a parliamentary form of government. Jigme Khizar is the current reigning monarch who took his father's place after retiring in 2006. But he wasn't officially king until 2008. 5 years after his coronation, he married Jetsun Pema, who became the youngest queen consort in the world. She was 21 at the time and her husband was 31. They have 2 children and often attend important events together. Their relationship is considered unusual in Bhutan because with some of their actions they violate centuries-old traditions, and soon you will understand why. Although Jetsun Pema is considered a commoner, her family has many connections with the royal family. The royal couple met for the first time when she was 7 years old and he was 17 years old at a picnic. Little Jetsun Pema was so intrigued by the fine young man that stood before her that she pulled his hand and said childishly, "I would like to marry you." The crown prince was confused and asked her why. Without any hesitation at all, little Jetsun Pema replied, "I like you." Her childish and innocent confession caught the prince's heart, and he promised that when she grew up, and if they were both single and in love, he would marry her. At that young age, Jetsun was not aware that the young man she confessed to was the crown prince. Only at the age of 10 was she made aware of it. At this age, when Jigme was in his 20s and Jetsun was a teen, they met 3 more times at royal events. Eventually, a deep friendship began to develop and over the years turned more romantic. Jetsun, being so young when she had asked, nearly forgot about the marriage proposal. Little did she know the simple request had a significant place in the youthful prince's heart. As the days, months, and years passed, Jigme recognized a strong love for Jetsun that one day led to asking if she was still willing to be his bride. Jetsun, recalling her quiet request at age 7, began laughing and announced that she would be honored to marry him. On October 13, 2011, a huge celebration was held to honor their marriage. The wedding held much spiritual importance and many sacrifices of food and drink were made, blessing the couple with long life and happiness in their new relationship. During the wedding, Jigme kissed the bride on the lips in front of everyone. This action may look so normal to you, but in Bhutan, it is not customary to express feelings in public. Even at your wedding, young people should not engage in PDA or even kissing. Jigme was the first monarch in the history of Bhutan to engage in such a thing in public. The new king and queen also changed other traditions in Bhutan, such as the special form of polygamy that the laws of Bhutan require. Jigme announced that even though his father had 4 wives, Jetsun would be his only wife and was irreplaceable in his heart. His father, the 4th king of Bhutan, Jimsing Wangchuk, married 4 women at once in 1979. His wives were sisters to each other. But in Bhutan, it was considered to be an ancient tradition and everyone was fine with it. According to the laws of the Kingdom of Bhutan, this marriage was recognized as legal both from the religious and from the state law side. In the Kingdom of Bhutan, there has been a special form of polygamy for many centuries, as I've said. When a man marries a woman, he automatically marries her sisters too. 4 of the king's wives gave birth 10 children. 5 sons and 5 daughters. One of them is Jageman Kesar. We don't know how relationships develop in this family. But if this form of marriage were excellent, then Prince Jagan would want to repeat the fate of his father. However, he stated at the wedding that he would always have only one wife. When he met Judy, he knew that she had 2 sisters, and they were all as beautiful as her. But he was sure that he didn't need several wives. He realized that this old ancient polygamy custom was outdated. Also after the wedding, he told a small group of reporters how happy he was. "I have been waiting for quite some time to get married," he said. "But it doesn't matter when you get married as long as it is to the right person. I am certain I am married to the right person." The king and the queen also changed other centuries-old traditions. For example, they have become closer to people. They go out to the public and everyone can turn to them with requests or, for example, congratulate them on the birth of a child. Immediately after the wedding, they went on a trip around the country and took part in social work. The young queen often visits schools, hospitals, and kindergartens. According to a long tradition, the king and queen should be at some distance from each other in public. However, at all events, Jagan holds Jetson by the hand and does not move away from her. He often says good things about her, calls her a kind and intelligent person. It's so touching that sometimes people cry when they hear the story. In 2016, Jagan and Jetson were honored with the gift of life, and a baby boy was born to the royal couple. He was named Jagan after his father and will one day become the 6th great ruler of Bhutan. After 5 days after the birth, the parents showed a photo of their baby. The couple was happy that they had their first child. This too was new to Bhutan. This is such a brave action because in this country, it is not customary to show your personal life. 4 years later, Jageman and Jetson had a second son. The king and queen of Bhutan go on tours of the country's villages with their children. They also openly show their lives on social networks and have Instagram accounts. It is so hard to imagine that 20 years ago, there was not even television in this country. The king and the queen disregarded many of the strict rules in their state, but people didn't begin to love him less. On the contrary, the royal couple has captured the hearts of their people and has significantly increased the level of happiness in their country through spiritual fulfillment and satisfaction. Share your thoughts with us. Do you think that is it important to preserve traditions? And that's it. If you enjoyed the video and want more like it, be sure to leave a thumbs up below in appreciation.